This is Haystack TV, powered by HaystackHelp.com. Finding reliable services can be like finding a needle in a haystack. But with HaystackHelp.com, finding the needle just got a lot easier. Now here's the host of Haystack TV, Chris Kane.
Maintaining your roof is crucial for your home. It keeps you, your family, and your possessions protected. Any damage or signs of wear can be a call to action to keep water out from seeping into your roofing system and damaging the roof deck. Academy Roofing is here to tell us what we need to watch out for and how to keep your roof in good shape. Academy Roofing is locally owned, and they've been in business for more than 30 years. They specialize in both residential and commercial roofs. They're accredited with the Better Business Bureau, and they have an A+ rating. Owner Kurt Boyd of Academy Roofing joins us today. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Chris. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too. Well, let's talk about maintenance schedules. A lot of people probably don't put their roof on a maintenance schedule, but they should really consider it if they're not on one already.
Well, they should, and especially as homes get older, then things tend to wear out, or little telltale signs, paint chipping or staining or those kind of symptoms come up, and that's when you really need to start thinking about it. And in my business, most people are reactionary as opposed to being out in front of things. So we try to. It's much less expensive and much easier if you're out in front of it and do the preventive things first, as opposed to saying, gosh, I've got a leak, or I've got a gutter falling off, or I've got all kinds of paint problems. So that's what we really try to encourage people to do. Of course, most people don't, but we still encourage it.
Right, yeah, and they really should. I think even for the reason of if you're on that maintenance program and an emergency comes up, you're probably going to get priority treatment over someone that just has an emergency and is not on a maintenance schedule.
Well, if you're one of our customers, we always try to get you as close to the top of the list as we can, because we appreciate that loyalty.
Yeah, and you guys are so busy, which is great. And it is so important for people to work with busy companies, because that tells something about them. If you're not busy in the roofing industry right now, you're probably not doing something right.
There's something going on, with all of the hail storms that came through last summer, and then we had one late in the fall, which nobody even had a chance to do any work with. And then we had a pretty rough winter. A lot of people remember the warm days, but February was the snowiest February in our history. We had a lot of cold, wet snow that became a lot of ice damming. We missed almost 2 weeks of work between Christmas and New Year's, so there was a lot of tough weather, more than we usually experience in our business.
Now, how should people prioritize? Like, if they see some damage, do they call right away? Should they wait for things to build up, and where there's 2 or 3 different things they want you out for?
Well, if you've got something you suspect is a problem coming into the interior of your home, that's red light, and let's get on that quickly. Things that are on the exterior of the home, whether it's a leaky gutter or something that just needs to be upgraded or updated, those are things that can wait a little bit, and you can get in line. But water coming in your house is, as I've said on this show before, is like somebody breaking in.
I think people take gutter cleaning for granted. It is so important, and it's amazing how quickly your gutters can clog up. I mean, I have gotten rid of all the trees around my home so that it won't happen, and they still clog up. I mean, I don't know, how does stuff continue to get up there?
Well, it still does. We get the wind, we get the leaves, going around, and in some neighborhoods, Chris, we clean their gutters twice a year, and once in the fall, once in the spring, just to make sure that we're ready for the upcoming wet seasons. Because typically we're fairly dry here in Colorado, but man, when we get one of those heavy rains, it's gosh, I wish I'd have called them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see, I look out the window and I can see where the gutters are clogged. I can see the water coming over top and maybe even getting underneath the roofing system, and it is just a very big problem.
It's just something that you don't see until it's way too late.
Right, absolutely. Well, again, great information as always. I'm going to tell people how they can get a hold of you and look at getting their gutters clean, look at getting on a maintenance schedule, and thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Chris.
Academy Roofing has been working in Colorado for more than 30 years. They focus on Metro Denver, but they do work in Boulder, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and the mountain communities. So call them today at 303-360-0708 or visit their website at academyroofinginc.com. If you call today and mention Haystack, you'll receive $25 off of gutter cleaning. Their number again is 303-360-0708. Academy Roofing sponsored this segment.